today just wants to come on here and do a quick mini deep dive, I'm calling it, on one of our products, and we're doing it for all of them, but the beetroot based products. So we've got our beetroot shot and then we've got our Big Beet daily dose. Now, to summarize it up quickly, if you've not come across them before, a little beetroot shot, your daily dose of beetroot mixed with a bit of apple and lime. And then we've got our Big Beet daily dose. This is more like all your portions in a bottle, like a mini meal replacement. You've got beetroot going on, you've got a bit of carrot, spinach, apple, lime and celery. But to talk about beetroot in general, so there's three main reasons why you'd rather get shots from us instead of the stuff you get in the shops. Now, there is a reason why you've probably heard of something like a ginger shot. There is a reason why you may have come across beetroot shots. I think the only brand that I know of is called Beet It, and you may have had it from Holland and Barrett, from a Sainsbury's. Now, the downside, and this is my first point about why our beetroot shots, is the fact that it's raw. You've got raw beetroot, 20 grams of raw beetroot going into our little shots. And the reason why that's important is because if you were to put this juice under a microscope compared to the Beet It juices or any carton juice that you get in a supermarket, if you put them both under a microscope, you'd see that our one has a lot of this movement going on, whereas the Beet It ones, there'd be nothing. Yes, it's got vitamins and minerals, even though it's been depleted. The difference with our ones, you've got the lime, the apple, and then the beetroot, all raw, which means you've got the enzyme activity. That's what gives you that boost of energy, vitality. When people say I'm fatigued and I'm low in energy, and they want a boost, that's where you get it from, the enzymes. Second thing, much higher in something called nitrates. Like pomegranate as well, it is an alternative that we're going to be talking about. Just in this mini deep dive, I want to talk about nitrates. They did a study with synchronized swimmers with beetroot. Half the group had a beetroot shot, the other half didn't. And the reason why I say that is because the half of the group that had the beetroot shot basically went underwater. They both went underwater, and the group with the beetroot shot stayed underwater for double the time of the group that didn't have the beetroot, which means more oxygen in the blood. The moment you have one of these shots, within 15 minutes into the bloodstream, people talk about, digestion taking 2 or 3 hours. Any of our juices, good to go within 15 minutes. That's why if you have one of our shots, have one of our juices, first thing in the morning, empty stomach, it's going to be in the system, into your bloodstream, and that's when you get that benefit. So the nitrates, a compound in the beetroot that are rich in it, mainly beetroot and pomegranate. It's going to open up the blood vessels, get more oxygen to the blood, which means you're going to be able to perform for longer, faster, if you're an athlete in particular, but also if you're someone who works out, but also if you're someone with higher blood pressure, it's going to start to bring it down. Or if you've got low blood pressure, it's going to bring it up, it's going to normalize it. And if you're someone who's anemic, low in iron, again, going to be well absorbed, especially with the lime going on. The lime is not just for the taste, it's also for the absorption of the active compounds. Like ginger, you've got ginger rolls. In beetroot, you've got the nitrates, amongst many other vitamins and minerals. But if you just had pure beetroot, it's not going to be as well as absorbed. Don't get me wrong, a lot better than having beetroot in a salad where it's cooked or you just have a little bit. When it's in liquid form, it's much more easily absorbed by the body. It's pre-digested. Obviously the beetroot shot and the beetroot juice has got this rich red colour. That's what you want to be getting on a daily basis. You get your reds, you get your rainbows of colours, your yellows, your blues. And that red colour is going to give you all the benefits when it comes to your heart, your blood. It's going to replenish. And obviously that's why we have, reds, oranges, for instance, your orange juice, your carrot juice, great for your vision, immunity, things like that. But we have the beetroot for everything related to our heart, for our blood, to cleanse the blood. It helps to detox and purify the blood, helps the liver clean the body. And look, every one of our shots is just under 30 calories, low in sugar as well, only naturally occurring sugars. I've always given the example, if I gave you a donut, which is obviously high in sugar, and I said, but before you have that donut, I'm going to give you an apple, and bearing in mind all our shots contain the juice of an apple, if I gave you that apple to eat, you'd still want the donut afterwards because it's a different type of sugar. You've got fructose and you've got white refined table sugar. But the final point, whether you're someone with high blood pressure, whether you're an athlete, the third thing that is great about this, that sometimes people think I was only really ginger and other stuff like that, is it's rich in something called bellatins, which is a natural anti-inflammatory property. Most disease is caused by inflammation, obesity, heart disease, any cancer. All these conditions can be prevented by essentially alkalizing the environment of our body, and basically over time consistently having one of these is going to reduce inflammation, which is the number one cause of disease. 85% of disease is caused by lifestyle. So yeah, there you go, 3 little tips. Whether you're someone who's an athlete, whether you're someone who goes to the gym a lot, whether you're someone who's got a heart condition, high blood pressure, I highly recommend you take one of these. It's a natural pre-workout, a natural post-workout recovery. One of our beetroot shots. If you want to get a free sample, let us know and we will get in touch with you if you want to try what I deem as one of the best beetroot shots in the world, not only in terms of nutrition, but also the taste.